Welcome to Draft Chat alongside Marty, Biron. I'm Brian Duff, and a top 5 North American prospect has joined us as well in Cole Perfetti. Cole, welcome in. Give us an overview, if you could, of all the places you've played in your still young career.
Yeah, first of all, thanks for having me on. I appreciate that. And I was born and raised in Whitby, Ontario. Played almost all of my minor hockey there. Was drafted to Saginaw and been there the last 2 years. So
Cole, you know who else is from Whitby, Ontario, right? Our very own Brian Duff over there. He's the pride and joy of Whitby. So do you feel like you've got big shoes to fill, knowing that Duffer's got such a big influence in the NHL right now?
Oh yeah, for sure. Got big shoes to fill there for sure.
What ultimately made you pick the OHL, and which has been a good decision because you performed really well in the 2 years in Saginaw?
Yeah, it was a really tough decision to make. Originally, I wanted to go to school. Academics is really important for me and my family, and I wanted to, ensure that I was getting my, degree and while I was furthering my hockey career. And I thought going the NCAA route in Michigan was going to be the way to do that. About 8 months later, when the draft happened, I was picked by Saginaw, and I ended up going down for a tour in Saginaw just to see what was going on, weigh my options. And, I fell in love with the place, met my billets, and just fell in love with them, saw what they were doing with the facilities there. It's top notch. And then, the OHL is the best development route to go to the NHL, and the stats prove that.
You're a bit of a brainiac, and it shows on the ice because you're a smart hockey player and you see the ice really well and you do things that other people can't do. But something that you do and you do real well is you can solve a Rubik's Cube in like no time. What's the best time you can solve it?
The fastest I ever did it was in 28 seconds. That's when I was like real quick. I can't do it like that anymore. I think I can do it in like 50 seconds to a minute now.
It does go directly into the hockey side of things because your hockey sense, according to most, is off the charts. So much so that our friend Craig Button at TSN gave you a 6 out of 5 when it came to hockey sense, and had, made sure to clarify that was not a mistake in his writing. How do you feel it has progressed over the years? And are you keenly aware of maybe how much further ahead at times you might be compared to your opponents on the ice?
Yeah, I think my hockey sense is what makes me the player that I am. I think it's something that I work on definitely through watching hockey is a big part of it. Whether it's watching games, watching YouTube, whatever the case may be, there's a lot you can learn from every play and different options you can use. And I kind of just watch it once and then kind of put it in the back of my brain, and sometimes I'll pull it out without even knowing I did it, and that's just because of me watching the game and watching what the pros are doing. It's definitely the biggest thing for me and makes me who I am.
Duhart at the blue line, very close to being offside. Now Perfetti's back in on goal, scores! Cole Perfetti, and the Spirit get the lead with 1:42 to go. It's 4-3.
What do you see here on display?
Yeah, so I kind of get it in my feet area, and I know that there's a bad gap. And I try to kind of put it through my legs, but the way I was skating, it was a little awkward, so I just pull it in tight to my body. And the defenseman was flat-footed, so he either had to, back pedal hard or step up, and he ended up stepping up. And I kind of made a move around him and then was able to get a step on him. I wasn't able to, generate enough speed to cut to the middle, like to the net, but what I did is I'm coming down and I just did one of those little quick backhand to forehand 2-touch shots, just a quick one to try to beat the goalie as fast as I can from post to post and make him move. And, it ended up going top shelf, and, it was a pretty good goal. I think that was one of my better ones this year, but I was pretty happy with that.
This particular shot, the 2-touch shot, as you just pointed out, what are some of the things that you can work on and you can tell the young kids to continue working on to be able to use that quick of a shot?
Yeah, I think a lot of it to do with that is how much force, like flex you generate off your stick. When you come from your backhand to your forehand on a 2-touch, it kind of cocks it and lets it get ready to go. So when I pull it across, I pull it to a point where it's in my shooting position for that kind of snapshot. And then once I'm there, I can just, put a lot of my forward lean and a lot of upper body strength on my stick. And once I lean forward, the stick's going to take over and the whip and the flex will, generate the velocity and the speed, and then you just got to start working on your aim. And I think a lot of it will just be repetition, practice.
Another part of your game that has been doubled last season is your assist total. You went from 37 assists in your rookie year to now 74 assists last year. Playmaking, passing, incredibly important part of your game. Why or what happened for such a big jump from your first year to your second year?
Yeah, I think a lot of it was confidence. Going into my rookie year, it was a big transition to go from minor midget to the OHL, and time and space is shortened a lot. My entire life, I'd always been more of an assist guy anyways. A lot of times last year when I was getting in a scoring chance, I was, getting the shot, getting it ready and shooting the puck. Where this year, I was getting it in the slot or in good shooting positions, and I'd fake a shot and slide it over to a teammate. That's kind of how I play, is I like to be that playmaker.
Another part of the confidence I want to ask you about is you talk about the Hlinka Gretzky tournament where you had, I believe it was 8 goals in 5 games. Your first year as a rookie in Saginaw, you had 14 points in 16 playoff games, which is not easy to do. So at what part of you really gets up for the big games, the playoffs, the tournaments, the big games like that, which seems to be one of your favorite time of year?
Yeah, I love it when the pressure's on. I feel like I just play much better. And even when it's a regular season game and we're playing a higher quality team or a game that's important for the standings, I feel like my game just elevates and I start playing better. And I love it when the people are watching and the pressure's on.
And if you were drafted by the Sabres, what would and what should fans expect from you?
They should expect a hungry player who's eager to make the jump, do whatever it takes to make the jump, this year, and if not this year, the following year, to, make an impact, be an impact player right away and kind of, help the team's success. I'm definitely eager.
Cole, thanks so much. Best of luck.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.